Hi, this is Mike from Heaven Shall Burn, and you're watching Chaoszine.
Hello, Mike. How are you doing today?
I'm doing good, a bit hot like everybody, but that's better than rain or ice on the summer festival, so who can complain?
Absolutely. Yeah, so this year, 2024, is the 25th edition of Summer Breeze, and it's also the 20th year of Antigone. How do you feel about celebrating your old records?
Yeah, we're a band, we always try to stay away a bit from like all that anniversary stuff. I mean, like having 25 years of Summer Breeze or like the Wacken anniversary not so long ago. That is always something to celebrate. But I'm always a bit go into the distance if bands celebrate anniversaries that much, because that means to me that many bands don't have to say anything new anymore, and then they go and celebrate anniversaries, and we want to look forward, and not so much looking back on anniversaries. Of course, we are proud that Antigone is like 20 years old now and we're still around and it's still an important record for people, but we're not doing like a 20-year anniversary edition special tour or something like that. That seems always a bit boring to me if bands do that. For my favorite bands, I want new stuff. I want like they're talking about actual problems, and stuff that is going on today and what is important for them and what they plan for the future, and not always just looking back to the past. So these anniversaries are cool, but not something you should focus on too much.
Okay. So would you see the band playing some of the old albums in their entirety, or maybe not?
Maybe we thought about doing that with the Antigone record one day, but I'm not sure if we'll connect that to an anniversary. I'm not sure yet. Yeah.
Okay.
But we were definitely talking about something like that. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, and I was gonna ask, since 2025 is gonna be 30 years of career of Heaven Shall Burn, maybe you don't have anything planned for that.
No, certainly not an anniversary tour. I don't think so.
Okay. That's also cool. I mean, it's not mandatory to do anything.
No.
Of Truth and Sacrifice is now about 4 years old. Can we expect some new materials maybe this year or next year?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, we just interrupted our studio stay to play a Summer Breeze festival because they were calling. And then we follow, of course. Yeah, we're just about to do a new record. Last stuff is in the making in the studio, and there will be new stuff to hear. Yeah, for sure.
So next year would be the
Next year, probably already this year, something. So we're not discussing with the label like release schedules right now, but I'm pretty sure there will be some new tunes still this year. Yeah.
Okay, then we are looking forward.
Yeah, we're too. Yeah. Keen what the fans say. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. And I know, I mean, you're a history teacher, you have a degree in history, and you like history. So which historical figure would you think would appreciate Heaven Shall Burn music?
I'm afraid there would be a lot of dictators and people like using art as an instrument to spread their agenda. I think a lot of people like that would be interested in a band like Heaven Shall Burn, that has a wide approach, that has a revolutionary touch to it, to the whole image, to the whole approach to music. I'm afraid there would be I don't know, people like Stalin or so. They would either fight this band or would use that band as an instrument nowadays. So I'm afraid not so positive people would use a band like us. That's why we're even today we try to be free of political influence and do our own thing and just support politicians here and there when we think they have an important agenda, But Our thing is more to fight against wrongdoers, warmongers and bad politicians, and not so much support certain politicians, you know. So it's more a fight against something and not like making propaganda for somebody. Yeah.
Absolutely. That's a very good answer.
Yeah.
Since you're obviously a guitar player, what is your approach on like your guitar tone shaping, and how has your sound evolved from the beginning to now?
We're a band where we're not so much looking into expressing a certain feeling of art. You know, we don't think like artists. You know, we don't have like an artistic vision that needs to be brought into the world or something. We have a message we want to spread. And if I have like lyrics, I look for a riff that transport these lyrics, you know, and then I don't want to bring a guitar solo to the people or like a certain sound or something like that. We're always looking for the most effective sound to transport our message to the people, you know. That is the approach Heaven Shall Burn has, and that's why we're not evolving that much music-wise, you know, like many bands you can find the early works and then they have like this certain phase and then they have like this new approach to everything. And I think Heaven Shall Burn is sound-wise more like a trademark. People recognize, all right, after like 4 seconds, the Heaven Shall Burn fan knows, okay, this is Heaven Shall Burn playing, you know, and many people love that. Some people hate it that we don't evolve that much, but it's because we evolve in our messages and in the ideological approach we have, and not so much music-wise.
What is your like point of view in regard to the artificial intelligence in the music industry?
I think it's a very, very interesting development, and I mean, we're a band that comes from a time we won't implement that into our music and into our art like the way younger kids will do that in the future. And I'm really keen and curious to see what will happen, what like young people start doing with this AI stuff, and what kind of new forms of music and art expressions come out of it. I'm really, really interested in that. And here and there, of course, like artificial intelligence will also play a role in our music, you know, in the future. I think something like that will happen, but not in a way that we use AI to create something. We will still be creative on our own, but more maybe in a way of spreading the music, categorizing the music, or maybe creating together with artists using AI, like certain images or something like that. But that like the pure origin of like human creativity should be still there, you know. And so AI will be an add-on for us in the future. We won't come around that, like with creating sounds and everything. I'm not so naive to think we'll be clean from that in the future, but like my feelings towards AI are more like that curiosity, what will come, what will like new people that grew up with that stuff create from it. And I'm pretty sure it's not the end of the art, it's not the end of creativity. It's just a new dawn rising for very creative people using that to express their feelings and their longings and their anxieties and everything artists always did, you know.
Yeah, it's a tool to help artists, not to like substitute the artist, because I think that's, as you said, you know, humans are producing art, and that is not something that a computer can be able to do.
Yeah, and then like, to be honest, like AI doesn't forbid people to be creative and to be an artist. Artists are just in fear that nobody cares about their art anymore if you can create art in an artificial intelligence way. That is the thing, you know, like an artist don't have to stop to be an artist just because of AI, you know. Yeah. So it's more like an economical thing and not like a thing of the inner expression of an artist itself.
So what do you think is the most essential, important thing for an artist nowadays? Like a characteristic or something that the artist should have?
There are many factors. It depends, you know, like the kind of art, the approach of the artist, what the artist wants to be. If the artist wants to live off the music or his paintings or his art or his expression, or if he just wants to express himself or herself, you know, that is very, very different, and I think is a very, very individual decision for every artist itself. I really hate these YouTube tutorials and books written about like how to do this and that when you're an artist. You know, that's not the way you should approach your art. You know, of course you can go to university and study stuff, and that helps for sure, you know, to bring your art into a direction, you know, to find your way. There are no rules in art, and that is the great thing, you know, so there is no answer to that question, to be honest. You can ask me, what do you have to do if you want to be a famous artist, or if you want to earn a lot of money, or if you want to find new ways. But if you want to be an artist, you have to first ask who you are, you know, and that makes your art. And that is a very, very specific individual condition that is not accessible to a general answer.
Yeah, you can just buy a book, How to Be Successful in 30 Days, and just have all the answers. I mean, it takes some from, as you said, you know, each and everyone's unique story. And if you want to like deliver the story.
For example, like that answer would be, I never wanted to be an artist, you know, I just wanted to spread my political opinion. And in school, I realized, okay, I can write articles for school paper with my opinion and nobody gives a shit, you know. But when I sit on the campfire with the guitar and sing the same text as a song, everybody is listening. And that's what I realized, you know, and that was my approach. So I became an artist to spread my message, you know, not to express like a certain artistic feeling I have, you know, yeah.
And that's what makes Shall Burn so interesting.
Yeah, probably, yeah.
So I wanted to play a little game with you, if that's all right.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so I wrote a little story. It's a bit like not so interesting. It's missing something.
Okay.
You're going to give me some song titles, some song lyrics, and an album title. So I will like complete the story and then I'll read it to you.
Okay.
I need 2 song titles of Heaven Shall Burn.
2 song titles, Heaven Shall Burn, Antagonize and Thoughts and Prayers.
2 song lyrics from 2 different songs.
We Are the Final Resistance, and This is the War You Called.
1 more song title.
1 more song title, Profane Believers.
And 1 album title.
1 album title, Wanderer.
This is the story.
Yeah.
Last night, I went to a place called Antagonized. There lived an explorer that was thought and prayers. While we were there, someone shouted, "We are the final resistance." Luckily, the danger wasn't real, so we thought about profane believers. From that day forward, that explorer was called the hero of Wanderer.
Interesting, yeah. Interesting game.
Markus, thank you so much. Vielen Dank für this interview. Is there anything else that you want to add to our readers, our viewers?
If you don't know Heaven Shall Burn yet, check us out. Maybe you became curious and go to our show near you.